The book of Revelations, chapter 1, verse 7. Behold, he come with clouds, and every eye shall see him, and they also which pierced him, and all kindreds of the earth shall wail because of him. Even so, Aman. I want to give all praises and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakah HaKadosh. I want to give double honors and salutations to the apostles and elders at Great Millstone that taught us this truth and rule well. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect and to the one-third men, women, and children of Israel, and to the Israelite foreigners who has the appearance of the heathen, but their lineage goes back to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Shalom. Yeah, well, hey, a picture's worth 1,000 words, you know. And I'm just going to jump right into this. And it says here, the slaves used this song, Swing Low, Sweet Chariot, coming to carry me home. And you have used, one thing that upsets me is you so-called Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans, who are the Israelites. You see, you'll see these, as the people call UFOs, and you forget all about this. Hey, Parliament made a song about Swing Low, Sweet Chariot. Okay, there's been many gospel songs, but when you see the UFO, so-called UFO, because we know what they are identified. They're the chariots of Israel. The angels are in those chariots, okay? And Esau has your mind to think of UFO, thinking that, hey, if you see these things, you're crazy. You know, they're little, big head people with big feet and big hands and green and whatnot with that fairy tale fable, Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, the wicked of the earth that controls the earth, right? Job 9 and 24, the earth was given into the hand of the wicked, right? And he is the wicked concerning Malachi 1 and 4, right? So they don't want you to believe this, man. But hey, these chariots are coming back to do two missions: to rescue the elect, okay, and to destroy this place, man, eviscerate this place with lasers, man. So I'm gonna get some precepts, and also too, man. Why is it that the United States have a space force? Why is that? To combat the chariots. Okay? Let's just go real quick to UFO news, man. UFOs in the news. Alright? There are a plethora of information. We're asking the wrong questions about UFOs. They always turn it into a joke also. Fighter pilot that's seen UFOs. So-called UFOs. They also said that it was a threat. Let's get that. Let's just Google that, see what happened. See that? How UFO sightings went from joke to national security. Washington Post. Are UFOs a national security threat? So that's the point I wanted to get, man. So let's get let me just knock out some scriptures real quick about some UFOs. Okay, so let's read this again. Behold, he come with clouds, and every eye shall see him. Hey, and people laugh at you. They say, "Oh, you ain't for Jesus to come out to drop out the sky." Hey, at least we have an end game, man, and we don't believe in no word Jesus. Okay. Right here, I'm looking at I have my 1611 King James, and there are no J's in this book, man. Anywho, behold, he come with clouds, and every eye shall see him, and they also which pierced him, and all kindreds of the earth shall wail because of him, even so. All right. Now, let's get, there's so many scriptures on chariots, man. Let's get this one real quick. The book of Daniel 7 and 9. I beheld that till the thrones were cast down, and the Ancient of Days did sit, whose garment was white as snow, and the hair of his head like the pure wool. That's something the Yahushua. His throne was like the fiery flame, and his wheels as a burning fire. All right. Let's get Isaiah 19:1. Isaiah 19:1. The it reads, "The burden of Egypt, behold, the Lord ride upon a swift cloud, and shall come into Egypt, and the idols of Egypt shall be moved at his presence." And right now we're in a modern day spiritual Egypt. You can find that in Revelation 11:8, right? And the heart of Egypt shall melt in the midst of it. See that? And I will set the Egyptian against the Egyptian. No, that's it. That's all I can get. That's the point I wanted to make in the first verse. The Lord ride upon a swift cloud. Okay? Let's grab the book of John 19:4. 19:3. No, Salaki, that's the wrong script. Matter of fact, let me get Acts 1:9. As I said that scripture, I knew that wasn't the right one. Let's grab this Acts 1:9. And when he had spoken these things, while they beheld, he was taken up, and a cloud received him out of their sight. And while they looked steadfastly toward heaven, as he went up, behold, two men stood by them in white apparel. All right. So that's letting you know about the chariots. Let's get Exodus 40. Let's get the book of Exodus. Chapter 40, verse 38. For the cloud of the Lord was upon the tabernacle by the day, and fire was on it by night, in the sight of all the house of Israel throughout all their journeys. That was a chariot, man, that was with us in the wilderness, man. And right now we're in the wilderness over here in Babylon the Great, a.k.a. America, man. All right. Let's get the infamous chariots scriptures. Zechariah 5:1. I'm going to go to 5. Then I turned and lift up mine eyes, and looked, and behold, a flying roll. And he said unto me, What see thou? And I answered, I see a flying roll. The length thereof is 20 cubits, and the breadth thereof 10 cubits. Right? Then said he unto me, This is the curse that go forth over the face of the whole earth. For every one that steals shall be cut off on this side. And who's the biggest thief on this side, man? Esau, Edom, so-called white man. He stole everywhere he is, where he dwells. He stole it, man. Stole our heritage, everything. But hey, that's because we went off, man. You know, we turned away from the law, the law, statutes, and commandments of Yahweh, Yahushua, right? Everyone that steals shall be cut off as on this side according to it. And everyone that swears shall be cut off as on that side according to it. I will bring it forth, saith the Lord of hosts, and it shall enter into the house of the thief, like I just said, and into the house of him that swear falsely by my name, and it shall remain in the midst of his house, and shall consume it with the timber thereof and the stones thereof. Right. That's why it said that these so-called UFOs were a threat. All right. Now let's get Isaiah 65, 66, and 15. We're gonna see why it's a threat. Um, and it reads, "For behold, the Lord will come with fire, and with his chariots like a whirlwind, to render his anger with fury, and his rebuke with flames of fire. For by fire and by his sword will the Lord plead with all flesh, and the slain of the Lord shall be many." See that? That's why the UFOs are a threat, just like I read in that headline. Okay. Hey, but you know what? Esau Edom, the elites know this. Okay. Your top bankers, the 1%ers that own 99% of all the currency of the earth, right? Hey, to tell a lie, you have to know the truth. And there's only two people, two matter of people that know the truth on this earth, man. That's the top elite bankers and us. Okay? The hopeful elect. All right? Let's grab some more. Let's drive it home with these scriptures, man. With the UFO scriptures, man. So-called UFOs. Let's get 1 Thessalonians 4 and 17. "For the Lord himself shall descend from heaven with a shout, with the voice of the archangel, and with the trump of Yahweh, and the dead in Hamashiach shall rise first. Then we which are alive remain shall be caught up together with them in the clouds to meet the Lord in the air, and so shall we ever be with the Lord, where comfort one another with these words." And that's Lord willing, that's what I'm doing with this video, man. All right, because this is comforting. We're going to finally be saved, man. Hey, but we have to go through the straight gate to get to this point, man. Okay, let's get Mark 13 and 26. Mark 13 and 26. "And then shall they see the Son of Man coming in the clouds with great power and glory. And then shall he send his angels and gather together his elect from the four winds of the earth, from the uttermost part, from the four winds, from the uttermost part of the earth." And the uttermost part of the earth is over here, Babylon, the great virgin daughter Babylon, okay, aka America, to the othermost part of heaven. All right. So these people are terrified, man. The beast is scared. See, that's the beast. That's how you know, man. Okay. There's the beast. They scared of these chariots, man. All right. Let's get some more, man. Let's drive the point home about the chariots. Because you Jakes, man, you don't believe, man. You think people just, that slave, that swing low, a slave mate created that song. What was that I was looking at? Let's get some more. Let's go to the Apocrypha, second address. Let's go second address 16 and 13. Just saw a fleet of them during the Feast of Pentecost, man. Many of the brothers saw them, man. All right. Second address. Nah, that's not it. Salakia. That's to another precept. No, I meant 13 and 10. Second Esdras 13 and 10. But only I saw that he sent out of his mouth as it had been a blast of fire, and out of his lips a flaming breath, and out of his tongue he cast out sparks and temps. Okay? And this is what Esdras saw, man. Okay, that's a chariot, man. That's a chariot. That's speaking of a chariot. Let's grab Isaiah 26 and 20. Isaiah 26. Isaiah 26 and 20. Come, my people, enter thou into my chambers. Lord willing, I hear this voice, man, in the Hebrew. And shut thy doors about thee. Hide thyself as if it were for a little moment, until the indignation overpass. So, right, the Lord is going to come and destroy and rescue the elect, man. Lord willing, I'm of one of those men. And those of you listening, Lord willing, you be saved also through Yahweh Shai. All right. Now let's get real quick here. Reagan, man. I think it was this it? Damn commercials, man. Ronald Reagan speaking about the UFOs.
Well, Mike Martin of Beloit with
UFO over her home in Washington.
Hey everybody, I'm Tony Masilis, and this is your regularly scheduled program. Well, 2008 contender Dennis Kucinich made some headlines at this week's Democratic debate when Tim Russert asked him this question.
The godmother of your daughter, Shirley MacLaine, writes in her new book that you sighted a UFO over her home in Washington State. Did you see a UFO?
I did, and the rest of the account, both, it was unidentified flying object, okay? It's unidentified. I saw something now.
Well, he's at 1% in the latest Gallup poll, so it's really not likely that honesty is going to do much damage. But consider this, if he were to actually win, he would not be the first commander-in-chief to claim a close encounter of the third kind. Jimmy Carter said he saw a UFO back in 1969. He pledged during his 1976 campaign to make every piece of information this country has about UFO sightings available to the public. That never happened. In a speech back in 1985, Ronald Reagan told Russia's President Gorbachev that they would put aside their differences, quote, if suddenly there was a threat to this world from some other species from another planet outside in the universe. And even Bill Clinton has expressed an interest in UFOs.
See that?
Check out the website Presidential UFO for information about the views each president has had about life on other planets.
The house of the thief.
Keep your little scarf up on your shoulder.
Well, Mike Martin of Beloit, Wisconsin, has a hobby. He collects mannequins from all over the world. He's up to 55 of them now.
Freak.
He owns...
Anyhow, so I think the point was made. I pray it was edifying. Barakatei Yahweh, Barakatei Yahweh Shai, by Hashem Kadash. UFOs, so-called, as they call them, hey, they're watching. All right? And we're getting close to go home. Barakatei Yahweh, Barakatei Yahweh Shai, by Hashem Kadash. Shalom.